My name is Justin Wilson, and I was in the group debating whether or not guns should be licensed similarly to cars. And overall, I view the Kialo as a whole very effective for this style of discussion and this format and this argumentation. I thought it was much better than the Reddit forum that we used. I think the entire way Kialo is laid out and the way you can have the pros and cons and the way it facilitates the discussion and the debates, I think was a great tool to use for this project. And my main point that I focused on was that licensing guns the same way we license cars will cut down on the criminal use of guns. And I found a few different sources that backed up what I said there, and I thought it was a pretty firm argument to stand on. I thought it was. However, the people that responded to me, they really proved otherwise, in my opinion. They really changed my view on it. One person responded that the gun ownership rate in Illinois is at 26.2%. And in early February, a report showed the Illinois death rate due to guns was over 12%. And to me, that's shocking, since gun ownership in Illinois is licensed, and there's a process to it, and there's a FOID card. And so that was pretty shocking to hear that. And then another person made the comment that Chicago has the most gun laws in the nation, which I was aware of that. However, there's more crime than every other city in the nation. Criminals are not following the laws that are already in place. What good would licensing guns do when they had that program in Chicago, the FOID card, and it's not working already? And I thought that was a really good point that definitely challenged the way I thought about that, and got me thinking that my point wasn't as effective or wasn't as supported with evidence as I thought it was. And then one more person commented on that claim that really completely changed my view on it. And he said, "I disagree with this statement. I believe no amount of regulation licensing is created will shorten the amount of crimes being committed, because it wouldn't solve the problem of people who illegally possess a firearm." And just that, and he continued on, there's a few more sentences there, and he talked about how he was from East St. Louis, which was one of the most dangerous cities in the country, and how ineffective the licensing of guns is because of criminal use of obtaining a firearm without legal procedures preceding it. And so I definitely changed my view on this topic by the end of it. I think that if there is a process to finding out how we should license guns, I don't think licensing them similar to cars will cut down on the criminal use of guns. I do think that there are different precautions that we could possibly take, but at the end of the day, criminals will obtain guns, and people who want a gun will be able to obtain it, whether it's legally or illegally. So overall, I thought Kialo was a great tool to use to facilitate this discussion, and I really enjoyed what I learned through the course of the project.